listen to me right now. Hollywood is in the business of making money. Period. Okay? What they think, I'll just tell you this, okay? Remember, I do a joke about that movie 21, right?
Yeah.
About the MIT students and stuff, and it was like mostly Asians.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what one of the producers, I'll just say Kevin Spacey was confronted or whatever about it, and he said, it's about making money, and people don't believe that if they put Asians, Americans in a movie, that it's going to draw any kind of revenue, that people are not going to want to watch it. Because of the fact that it's never really happened before. If you have, and like John Cho lead a movie and it's the #1 movie in the country, then they would change. But he is, like Harold and Kumar. Not that I love John and I love Cal and I love, I love the movie. I was in the movie, I love the whole thing. And I don't give a fuck if white people like it or whatever, But it's like, in their opinion, it's like we have to put,
But how would they even know if not one blockbuster movie ever had a white male protagonist? Like, how could they even
Well, they
fucking know
try.
that?
Like, for instance, that one movie, another 21 and Up, where they put that Asian guy in it. You know what I mean? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but that's not a blockbuster movie.
Justin Chan, yeah.
Yeah. My point is that they've put people, Asians in like big leads in things, and they don't generate huge amounts of money.
Yeah, but it's a different day and age. Like, there's so many different avenues to make money now, and you realize that in terms of just the Earth's population, you have a fucking ton of Asians, so you will get your money back and more if you just gave it a shot.
I 100% agree with you, but I'm just telling you how they look at it, And it's like,
you don't see it changing, right? Say like next 20 years, still the same thing today, 20 years from now.
I don't know. And my opinion is that, because I don't want to, this is a very touchy subject because I audition for things and I'm a guy that goes out and tries to book acting work and stuff, and it's like I don't get hired, and people go, how come they don't hire you? I really begin to think because I'm probably not that good. You know what I mean? I mean, if I think about it, it's like people go, well, Ken Jeong, Randall Park, all these guys are booking stuff ahead of you. How about not you? In my opinion now, and for a while I was like, yeah, why not? And now I'm really beginning to think that I'm probably not that good. And that's why.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, that's what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? And it's not, I'm not saying it from I know that I'm funny, and I know that as a stand-up I'm good. I've done movies, but it's never generated like heat. I've never gotten heat in this business. And so, the only way I can even survive in the world is to justify it by saying I'm probably not that talented. That's fine. I accepted that. I'm totally fine with it.
I don't think that you should just resign to the,
I'm still going to go out.
No,
I'm not
saying, like,
you know what I mean?
You can't resign. I've seen you do this before. And I just be like frank with you for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I've seen you do this. You look at a script and it could potentially be a groundbreaking role for you, but you say, I can't say that word. It's like 4 syllables too long. And I've seen you turn down whole auditions, important ones that I really truly feel like he could have gotten.
Not anymore, though.
Because he doesn't have a lot. This was just 2 weeks ago.
Whoa. Can I just say this, Kalila? Okay. But you're also talking, I mean, now you got me angry. You're also talking about, you're saying, I'm telling you that I've auditioned for 600 things that and didn't get them. What I'm saying to you now
I'm telling you sell yourself short.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that the 600 things that I went out for that I didn't get, that other people got, right, is also what I'm measuring it by, So it's like, yes, I do look at things, but also what you're saying in this last 2 months, I have auditioned for a lot of things. You know what I mean?
You have.
So what I'm saying is that, and a lot of those things are exactly right for me. Right? And I had great auditions and they didn't hire me. So what I'm saying is that, you know what I mean? It's not as if I haven't gone out there and tried.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
I don't want to play a part where I'm playing somebody that I don't want to play.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but there is an element about you that doesn't like to even go through the challenge of saying, hey, that's a character I'm not very sure about. I probably don't know how to play it, but I'm going to take a stab at it because I'm brave and who knows? You know, you might come, you might
I don't want to play that though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, when you book something and you don't want to play it, and then you're also you're doing it. Like, I've done that a couple of times.
Your heart's not in it.
I booked stuff and I didn't want to do it in the first place, and now I'm on set in something that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm bummed because I have to do it. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody says, "Hey, can you do?" When I did The Dictator, it's something that I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, look, that's the way you want to live your life. You like to do things that you feel like you're going to enjoy. I have a different mindset to where it's like, if that's in front of me, I'm going to tackle it no matter what. Even if I don't feel like I'm right, just to put myself through the experience of it all, to possibly fail and grow from it. That's how I see it, and I think that's how I personally better myself in situations. If that's not how you do it, I can't fault you for that. All I'm saying is I believe in you so much that when I look at a character, I think you can accomplish that. I think you can be him, and you sell yourself short oftentimes. Mm-hmm. You look at me and you say, I can't do that. I don't have the capability to do that, and I think you do.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it.
Okay, fair enough, sweetie. I'm not fighting with you.
It's like, I don't want to fucking do it.
Yeah.
If it's like, hey, you're a newspaper, reporter, and you have to say a bunch of jargon that's like very informational,
like a Sorkin script.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The one I did last week, I want to do that because I can kill it. I know.
Yeah.
When I did Love, I read for it. It has nothing to do with Judd Apatow or
You just knew that.
Paul Rudd. When I read it, I'm like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
I want to do this. It's like up my alley.
And I also see where you're coming from, to where you're like, I want to give him,
But I just want to say this. But the things that I've wanted, right, that Randall Park and Ken also wanted, it's gone to them. You know what I mean? And not me.
Did you do the interview?
I tracked it. And I asked, is there anything in the movie that I can do? I didn't even want to get that dude Kim Jong-un, anything. And they said, they're not interested.
That's so weird.
So, no, it's not weird.
Like,
to me, when they say that, it means you take it personally and you go, they don't like you. So that's fine.
Do you think that your reputation of being this like dirty comic,
there's a lot of things that goes
even
into
being
it.
okay, listen, my question is, okay, we have a podcast, right? We talk about incest, we talk about rape, we talk about racism, we talk about sucking your cousin's dick.
I'm
we
hard
talk
right
about
now. I'm really hard right
Are
now.
you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you think that this could
with the nut.
possibly be detrimental for things like that?
No.
Are we actually an impediment to you?
No, because I want to be like I want to be like Norton.
Jim Norton.
Yeah,
Jim
Jim Norton
Norton
gets things right. Still, he's been in things, and his stand up is somebody that I admire. I like his vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's more where I lean toward, I guess. I don't lean toward, you know what I mean, Christopher Titus or Clean Axe or whatever.
But what I'm asking is, do you think that over the years that has cost you some
It
roles?
might have, but I'm not changing who I am.
Yeah.
I want to say the things I want to say. It's fucking America, and the reason why I even fucking do this in the first place is because of that, of Opie and Anthony. The reason why I do this is because when I first did Opie and Anthony, right, I felt like, because it was with, I think the first time I did it was with Voss, Birbiglia, and Patrice.
Oh, Patrice. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember being in New York, and I showed up, and they were ripping me apart. They were like, I'm fat, my baby arms, you know what I mean? I have a little dick.
I've never
And they
heard
would,
baby
baby arms.
Baby
And they just
arms.
sort of started slamming me, right?
They're just
And
roasting you, basically.
Yeah, and I
the whole
had
time,
never
yeah.
really done, you know what I mean, that kind of radio before.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, all right, the only way I can survive is just to reveal things about myself that's so embarrassing that they can't do that anymore. It's an old survival technique. So if you rip me
It's like
apart,
getting naked.
right?
Revealing,
if you rip me
yeah.
apart, right? I go, yeah, I am fat and I'm ugly. You know what I mean? And I've sucked dick before, and everything that you know what I mean, that they can make fun of me about. You know what I mean? I was molested. You know what I mean? All that. You know what I mean? All the
If
things.
you put it out there, they can't use anything
Right,
against
and then
you.
and then once it's out there, right? Then they go, well, all right, let's make fun of somebody else.
Syukulugi mo kisalaman, feed ang bukog gani ay makabalo.